Hello running fam, this video is for the runner who gets a lot of hamstring strains, or maybe your hamstrings are just constantly tight. This is your solution. So while this video isn't a hamstring mobility video, I am going to teach you how to strengthen your hamstrings in a specific order that will help just in case your hamstrings are on the cranky side and they don't actually enjoy doing RDLs. Look at all these cats. Oh my goodness. Chaos. Chaos cats. Because if you're a runner who is constantly feeling like they're straining their hamstrings, you're probably jumping right into RDLs or single leg deadlifts. And while these aren't bad exercises, if your hamstring is constantly cranky with you, those are not the first ones you want to do. So let's hop into this week's circuit. Thank goodness there are no cats in the gym because we are going to start with a bird dog version, but I want you to push one leg into the wall. Ideally, the hamstring that's a little injured, a little cranky, you do not have to pick your knee up. All I want is for you to feel a line of energy, a push from the bottom of your heel all the way into your arms, because your upper body, your arms, are going to be holding you up an awful lot. Now, the reason why this is hamstring specific is your hamstring helps sweep your leg back into extension, or this straight long line. This is a very gentle way to begin to strengthen a cranky hamstring. I know your first inkling is to actually move up and down through your bridge, but if your hamstring is actually upset, maybe a little injured, it's actually safer, easier, and less painful to just hold this elevated bridge position and add a couple things to make it harder, pulling that weight overhead, making it a single leg. But this way your hamstring is in one position and it's not moving through pain, but you're reminding it how to be strong and decreasing symptoms at the same time. If that exercise felt good, you can now progress your bridge and move through the entire range. As you watch the video, you can see how I'm going from 2 legs elevated to 1 leg, to with arms supporting me, to no arms supporting me. I want you to be sure that all of those feel good, they feel strong, and you can use those specific positions as exercises before even adding weight to 1 leg, like I'm showing you here, taking that single leg bridge with no arm support because your arms are holding the weight. These are easy to do at home because you just need a couch, a kitchen chair, a dumbbell, and you can strengthen your hamstrings at home, making sure they're symptom-free. It just wouldn't be a Dr. Whitfit video if I wasn't out of frame for at least one exercise. So unfortunately, that is the gallop. Now don't give up on this, I have another clip, but at least that one you could see what my feet and lower body were doing. Here, I want you to see how stable and still my upper body is. Now pay attention, the leg that is forward, that is galloping, the opposite arm is going to be across your body. And please feel free to take a break here because these get your heart rate up, they make you tired, give yourself a bit of grace, and get back to it. Now, why are we doing this exercise? Because it is working your hamstrings in 2 different ways, a concentric, meaning shortening, and eccentric, meaning lengthening. Not to mention, this position looks like a very long runner's stride. I promise if you have any hamstring weakness, this will help to clear it up. Let's finally get into the single leg deadlifts, but we're gonna skip this basic version and give you one that works the entire hamstring. Now, the leg that is down, the weight is in the opposite hand. The foot that's not doing anything, instead of just hanging out in the wind, you're going to push that heel into the wall. As you come down, pushing your hips back, pushing your butt back into the wall, the hand with the weight is going to cross over across your body. You're aiming that weight towards the outside of your foot. Yes, there are multiple moving parts here, but the reason why this is so good for your hamstring is we are lengthening it, we are making the entire hamstring strong from its origin to its insertion, meaning from where it starts to where it ends. So take your time getting used to this balance challenge, it is worth it. And you're back, running fam. So you probably noticed how we went from easier exercise to harder exercise. And let's talk about that really quickly. The exercises that we started with are called isometrics, meaning you are just activating that muscle. Think about just pushing into the wall. You can't push the wall down, but you can sure feel that your body's working really hard to push. That's an example of an isometric. The next kind of exercise we move into are concentric exercises, where a bicep curl, when you bring that weight to your shoulder, that is a concentric contraction, meaning the muscle is shortening. However, if you're trying to set a new bicep PR and you're trying to curl 50 pounds, you might find that part's the easy part. The part you didn't expect is lowering the weight. And that is an eccentric contraction where the muscle has to lengthen. And that's what an RDL is, or a single leg deadlift. It is an eccentric contraction. And while we like that exercise, what you need to know as a runner who is strength training and trying to build running specific strength is those kinds of exercises, eccentric ones, are the hardest kinds of exercises for your muscles. The reason being, think about how hard it is to lower that 50-pound dumbbell and how sore your bicep is the next day. Your hamstring is the exact same way. So that's why with this specific strength circuit, I've started you with isometrics, or gentle just pushing, and then we've moved into concentric exercises or positions that make the hamstring shorten, and then finally exercises that challenge the hamstring strength through its entire range or entire mobility, especially with that added twist at the end of that single leg deadlift. So now that you know how to work smarter, not harder, the next time you feel your hamstrings getting a little cranky, you know that it is probably safe for you to do the first exercises, but you might want to wait on that last exercise or the eccentric exercises. If you made it this far into the video, you know what you gotta do. I need you to subscribe so we can hang out more often and you might get to see more chaos cats. And until next time, Running Fit fam, dare to train differently. You wanna be in the video? Oh, come here, big boy. Okay. Oh yes, here you are. You are in the video now. You were in the trash can and now you're in the video. Look at your life. Look at that. Okay.